What up, world? It's Mac. Tell me something slick and make it stick. God damn it, I'm back today. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, I'm back with Mr. Tubi. Yeah, I said it. I said I'm back with Mr. Tubi. Man, let me tell y'all something about, man. The west side of Atlanta been good to me, man. I've been getting some love from the west side of Atlanta. I'm so excited about this, man. This brother here today, if you ain't seen him in Slime Race, you're tripping. But goddamn, you about to know who the hell he is and more enemies. Man, I'm trying to tell you, man, this gentleman right here, man, is I'm telling y'all, he's about to hit his crescendo as an actor. I'm excited about it, man, to hear his story. He's an actor, producer, filmmaker, and got all the goddamn love scenes that I feel I should be having. I told Robert I need them love scenes. And I mean what I said. I want them love scenes. I got my man Antonio Hudson in the building. We're going to be back in a second. Get your cigar, get your drinks, God damn it, and hide your women. Shit, yeah, that's what you want to do. Hide your women from us. We'll be back.
We're going up.
Yes, sir. We back, man. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hey, make sure y'all hit that like, hit that goddamn already, hit that subscribe, and get ready to comment. Antonio, how you feeling, baby?
Man, I'm feeling better than ever, man. How about you?
Man, I'm good, man. Hey, man, what you think about that Super Bowl, dog? Before we get into your ass, what you think about that Super Bowl, man?
Man, look here. The 49ers been my team since a jit.
Okay.
And every time we get to the big game, we get a key player to get injured. I said, man, we were shutting Mahomes down the whole first half, and arguably the best middle linebacker in the league, which is Greenlaw, tears Achilles on the sideline. Now they start moving the ball, and we lose the game.
I said, this man got there. He told us he hurt his Achilles. Anybody ain't touched the man. I said,
we can't beat him like that, man. I said, that's our quarterback on defense. When that happened, I knew it was going to be rough for us, man. But I'm still around. We'll be back.
Okay, so you ain't no bandwagon, Tony. You been with them boys.
Man, I've been with them boys, man. I had everybody calling my phone, goddamn, talking shit to me.
Okay. All right. Hey, I thought y'all boy had a chance now, man, because Patty Mahomes, he was looking off, throwing interceptions. I said, what the fuck is Mahomes? What you doing, boy?
They had him out there rattled. They had him clamped down. They controlling that middle. He couldn't do nothing.
Couldn't do nothing, dog. Y'all had him for a second.
Yeah, man. My man went down. It was over with. Domino effect.
And then Debo goddamn grabbing his goddamn hamstring, looking like me out there. You know you. Hey, Antonio, you ain't got shit if you looking at me out there.
I said we can't have no peon get hurt. We get all the star players getting hurt.
Yeah. You could have had a 48th man got hurt. Goddamn, nobody know his ass. You got the damn main player to get hurt, boy.
Every time, man.
I know. But Antonio, man, again, bro, it is a pleasure, man, to have you on the man Cigar Chats, man. I gotta, before I get to asking you about these damn movies on Tubi that I see your light skinned ass on. I'm so goddamn proud from God. That's a special fraternity of light skinned niggas. That me, you, Common. It ain't that many of us. Goddamn, we gotta stick together. T.I.'s a couple of us. Goddamn. Sure. But bro, let's take it back to the beginning, man. I don't want to be presumptuous here. Are you West Side from Atlanta, born and raised all the way, bro? Am I right about that?
Yeah. Born and raised, 87 Grady, baby, man. My birth certificate got Cushman Circle right out MLK. Oh, born and raised on the West Side.
Okay. All right, now. All right. That's what they said, the West Side, the best side. That's what they told me when I moved down here. They said, Mac, the West Side, the best side. That's what they told me.
Hey, man. That'll never change.
Okay. Well, there it is then. There it is then. So, Tony, take me through the West Side, what it was like, bro, where you growing up, man. Because now I had Robert on here, man. Robert gave me a real good depiction of what his childhood was like, especially some of the shit his ass was doing on MLK Boulevard, man. So kind of take me through, bro, what your childhood was like, you know, and things that you experienced, man.
Well, growing up with me, man, it was, you know, it's like you don't know what type of situation and conditions you're in until you get older and make it out. So growing up there, it was home for me. Everything seemed cool. You know, I had a 2-parent household, but you know, it was kind of back and forth. I ain't not to even sugarcoat the shit. My daddy was a real gangster. He was in the streets heavy, you know, sometime in and out of prison, shit like that. So I experienced a lot and I seen a lot, and he taught me a lot. So I was always, and my dad, he was a true hustler. So I come from the bloodline as far as hustling, even down to, I remember being 6, 7 years old. And if anybody familiar with the Westside, the Wayfield wasn't there. It used to be a Winn-Dixie. So me and a couple of other little guys, we used to walk to the Winn-Dixie and were making dollars here, $2, $3 here, helping old people and women till they call with their groceries. So I always had it in me. And then as I got older, you know, my pops got killed when I was 14. So when my pops got killed, you know, I kind of took it to another level. You know, it was real rough on me, and it was real rough on my family because he took care of everything. So when that happened, all I can remember him telling me no bullshit on this, man. 3 days before my pops got killed, he told me, he said, man, if something ever happened to me, take care of your mama and your sister. So that's all that stuck in my head. So, and I know he didn't mean me getting into the streets, but that was kind of all I knew in the environment that I was in, and even other niggas I was hanging with. You know, those are the conditions that we was in.
Yes, sir.
So me and my brother, we got into the streets real heavy, and that's how that was. But I even experienced a lot, even with that, because me and my brother, we 3 months apart. You know, Pops, well, he was definitely a Rolling Stone.
Goddamn, Pop was enjoying some Atlanta. Goddamn it, Pop was saying, "I like these peaches around here."
Exactly. But the crazy thing about that, right?
Yes, sir.
You know, us as boys and as men, we always say it ain't nobody like mama. But I feel like my mama was so different, and it's not just because she was my mama. It's the fact of, like I said, me and my brother 3 months apart, but my brother mama, you know, she ended up getting killed when we was 3 years old. So when she stopped messing with my daddy, she was dealing with another dude that was moving weight. They came to do something to him. She was there at the wrong place at the wrong time. They killed both of them. So my mama took, even though my daddy cheating on both of them, had a baby on them, my mama took him in as her own. And I was like, I don't know a lot of women to this day that'll do some shit like that.
Whoa, Tonyo, we can't speed past that. So when your brother, mama got killed, casualty, man, of a situation gone bad, it happens like that in the streets. So your moms stepped in, Tonyo, and raised your dad's son that lost his mama by a casualty, man, you know what I'm saying, of some street shit. And I'm gonna be honest with you, ain't too many women gonna raise a baby that they man created on the side. That's a whole nother different level, man, of humanity, brother. Seriously.
Exactly. So that's why I say I don't know a lot of women that'll do something, that'll be the type of woman that my mama is. Cause I don't know. It's a lot of women that can't even stomach it and swallow that pill and do that. And to this day, never treated him different. I always consider him hers. To this day.
To this day.
To this day. And my daddy, he did a lot, you know. So it's a lot of things that I didn't understand growing up, and I probably questioned and was mad about. But as I became a man myself, I understood a lot of things that he did and why he did it.
That's right.
So I couldn't blame him no more, because I'm like, shit, I ain't perfect. I end up making them same type of mistakes.
Come on now. Come on now.
So it is. I learned a lot from the things he actually told me and from actually watching him. You know, I was real observant, and he probably didn't know I recognized a lot of the things that he was doing, but I did. But it took for me to grow into my own man, and because I really, when he got killed, that was like the age of my introduction to manhood.
That's right.
I had to teach myself how to be a man.
Come on.
I had to teach myself how to make money. I was running with the wrong crowd, because everybody know in Atlanta, the Westside and Zone 3 was the worst parts of town.
Ooh, okay.
The worst parts of town. Shit, you had, if you were dealing with a girl, they mama tell you, boy, you better not, girl, you better not take your ass over there on that Westside and go see that boy. So you can imagine the type of shit I'm seeing day in and day out, every day, every night, like living in these conditions. So I soaked up a lot of game as a youngin, you know, and you know, I just had to pave my own way.
Tony, now let's go back, man, to the things that you observed from Pops. I get it. What he did does not take away from the man that he was as far as being a quality man. I mean, hey, man, what he did to take care of his family, we don't judge no man for what he got to do to take care of his family. What would you say is the fondest memories, man, of your father that you had? I ain't talking about what he did, but who he was as a person. What are the things that you still to this day, other than him telling you take care of your mama and your sister and all of that? But what is it about your pops that is your fondest memories, man, that still carry you to this day, brother?
The one thing I always to this day love and respect him for is, no matter what was going on, man, he would put his life on the line for his kids and his family.
Come on now. Come on now.
No matter what.
Come on now.
No matter what would happen, man, he wasn't gonna let nobody fuck with us.
Come on now.
Gonna protect us at all costs, no matter what it takes. And that's the main thing that sticks out and stuck out to me about him. So it's like, by him being that protector, when he got killed, I lost that. So a lot of things that I felt like I needed him on to protect me, I didn't have nobody to go to no more.
So you became that.
So I became, it turned me.
Come on.
That shit turned me into a savage, man. I ain't even gonna lie. It turned me into a different person.
Let me ask you this, Tom. Stay right there. When that switch hit, like at 14, I know what that was like growing up in Chicago. That's where I'm from, Chicago. And that's around the time when the streets get really alluring. And that's the time where if you ain't got nobody, to your point, grab a boy and say, no, we're gonna go this way. Them goddamn streets, boy, it's hard. They tempting. Let me ask you this, Tone. You turn to a savage, man. You at that pivotal point. Besides Pops dying, and that was, hey man, that's no words can express that. But what was the one thing outside of that made you say, man, fuck this shit. I don't give a fuck about nothing and no one. I'm gonna go get it no matter what. What was that one thing outside of Pops?
I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened that really pushed me to that.
Come on.
He took care so much, my mama didn't have to do nothing, right? So I remember coming home from school one day. It was during the one, I can't remember which month, but it was cold. It was during the winter time. Okay. I came in that motherfucker, we ain't had no heat in the house.
Ooh.
We ain't had no heat in the house, and I had to take a cold bath.
That'll do it.
And that flipped the switch. That flipped the switch instantly. And then I was going to Doug, and if anybody familiar with Doug, all the projects and all the hoods are zoned for Doug, for Frederick Douglass High School.
Okay. So
I'm already from the hood, but when I go to the 9th grade, most of the new niggas that I meet and start hanging with from Barn Home, Simpson Road, Etheridge, and all them niggas was already hustling. So I ain't gonna say my partner name. I don't know what he got going on today.
Right. We're gonna protect him. Right. We're gonna keep him anonymous.
But they one of my dogs. He was from Simpson. Okay. And at the time, that when Jordan had just came back and was playing for the Wizards. And when them shoes came out, I don't know if folks remember them Jordans they was in the suitcase.
Yes, sir.
So my nigga, he came to school, had on the J, had on the jersey, had the suitcase with him.
Yes, sir.
and the nigga pulled out a whole bunch of money on me. We in the ninth grade, 14, 15 years old.
Yeah.
I said, damn, bro, what you got going on? What you doing? Man, the only thing they said to me, man, said, man, this shit a whole lot of dope. And I asked the nigga, I'm like, bro, you need to show me how to goddamn get some money, man.
That's it.
And that's when I started doing what I was doing, and I got caught up in that shit.
Now, Tonio, that explained a lot. See, it's always that one defining moment. Now, Pops died made you a savage. That turned their heart cold. But to come in, Mama, goddamn, we cold shower. We ain't got shit. We ain't no heat. That's when you say, fuck it. I'm about to turn up on everything and everybody. Now, we make the foray into the streets. Introduced to the game. Tell me, let's walk through those early when you start to get the dough. What are some of the first things that you're feeling? Obviously, you're feeling good to be able to help out, but how did you hide that from mom, or did mom was kind of hip on like, well, we got to do what we got to do?
I always think my mama, she knew what was going on.
Right.
But at that point, it was me and my brother were too much for her. She couldn't tame us.
That's true.
And I had a homeboy I was real cool with I'm still cool with to this day, but his pop, a real OG in the city. Mm-hmm. And he used to look out for me and do certain shit, but I used to blame a lot of the stuff on him. She like, where you get all this new shit from? Man, he bought this for me. He gave it to me. And so I was doing stuff like that. But to be honest, when I first got out there, niggas who really been in the street, that shit ain't easy like that. Cause for one nigga, these old niggas they don't give a fuck about my situation. They ain't finna let me make no money. I'm a young nigga, I'm a small nigga, so I had to finesse my way into goddamn getting money and doing shit, cause niggas gonna take themselves.
Yes, sir.
So I started having to, and folks that know me and grew up, they knew I missed school a lot because of that. Like, it's a lot of days I didn't go to school because I was back in the hood, hustling, doing what I needed to do to make some money to help pay bills, to help take care of myself, and even to provide for the things that I wanted. And I was also helping my mama take care of my little sister. My little sister, 7 years younger than me. So I had that type of relationship with her where it was almost like, kind of like father-daughter in a sense. I didn't act like I was her daddy, but it was kind of the role of that.
You kind of raised her a little bit though, Tony. You kind of stepped in and kind of raised her as that father figure.
Exactly. So my whole thing was to protect my sister, protect my mama by any means necessary. And at that point in time, I was already growing up in the hood, but I was so hurt from that tragedy of my daddy.
That's right.
It turned me cold-hearted to the point I didn't even have a conscience.
Ooh,
I was doing shit where I wasn't even thinking about the consequences and really didn't even care. And it was really to a point, I'm like, at that point, man, I don't even care if I live or die. I'm just doing what the fuck I got to do. And if it happened, if it come to me, it come to me.
That's the thing, Tone, when you said that right there. Because in order to be in that terrain and around them vultures, them wolves, them barracudas, you got to have a savage. You can't love nothing and nobody in that terrain at all, and no conscience. If it become between, hey, I got to make this dollar, or goddamn, I'm going to have to do your ass in. I'm going to do you in.
Exactly.
Tom, but let me ask you this, though, man. There had to be something. You just didn't become an intelligent man. You can tell you always been you're a thinker. You can tell, because anybody that hustles in the streets ain't no, and that's successful, that can make it in and get in and out, ain't no dummy. Oh, no way. Now, was you always, Tom, there had to be something in the back of your mind telling you, man, I can do more than this shit? Well, or was it an event that took place that made you say, I got to get out? There's got to be a way to get the fuck out of this shit. What was it, Tom? There had to be something.
I tell people this all the time. I say, my daddy murder pushed me in the streets.
Oh.
And my little partner Sambo getting killed pushed me out of the streets.
Gotta do it. I knew it was something, my man.
So
come on.
I had a homeboy named Sambo that when I met, he was young, he was like 4 years younger than me. But when I met him, he mirrored me. His daddy got killed. He was young, hustling, because I met him at the White Store on MLK with him hustling. So his personality, his whole aura, just his whole demeanor,
it connected with you.
It connected with me, and it drew me to him like instantly.
Okay.
And we became real close, real tight. Okay. So his mama used to always, like, people used to call me Chino growing up. Okay. And they were for like baby Pacino. So his mama used to always tell me, like, Chino, you need to talk to him. You the only one he listened to. But I was still doing dirt and doing shit. We doing shit together, so I couldn't really tell him too much. But what fucked me up, man, the night he got killed, I wore that shit on me for so many years and blamed myself because I'm the last nigga he called. He called me to come pick him up, and I fell asleep. And when I fell asleep, I got woke up to a call early in the morning that he had got killed. And that shit fucked with me for so long. And the month, because the month or two prior to that, he had just got shot. He hadn't even healed up all the way from that gunshot. This happened 2012. I'm 24, he 20. So he thugging like that. Like, he getting money hard. Doing like man, my nigga was on it. Like, you couldn't even tell he was 20 years old. So when he got shot, it was around my birthday, because my birthday in February. Okay. He got shot like a month or two prior to that. But we was already having plans. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna goddamn take you to the club with me, nigga. You ain't gonna I'm gonna make sure you get in, whatever. I'm gonna get you straight. Yeah. So the night of my birthday, he was, he in the process of healing. So I pulls up on him. When I pull up on him, I'm just chopping game with him, but I'm pissed off because I'm chopping game with him, because I'm telling him, like, nigga, you ain't being sharp. Why the fuck was you out there anyway serving these niggas? You ain't from the east side. You don't know these niggas. I'm telling him, I'm like, bro, you pulling up somewhere you don't supposed to be at. Nigga, you switch that location up to 5 minutes before you pull up, just in case the nigga sitting on you. Yeah. I'm getting on to him like that. Yeah. So I can tell how stressed and how fucked up he was. And then it was a nigga that I used to be cool with, that I grew up with, that was over there when I pull up. So I come to find out, after he get killed, nobody didn't want to tell me nothing why he was alive, because they trying to keep me out of it, because they know how I am. Yeah. So I come to find out, the other nigga I used to be cool with, he over there to give Sambo another pistol, because Sambo getting death threats on his phone. I'm like, and y'all ain't tell me nothing? Yeah. So when he get killed, man, that shit fucked me up. And I just told myself, I'm like, bro, I gotta get out of this. You know what I mean? This shit ain't meant for me, man. And then I got kids. He had kids. So my whole thing was, I just need to get out and do something better, because this lifestyle I ain't gonna make it to a certain age with this lifestyle. And then that's when it started clicking to me. And that's when I started to care more about a lot of things. And it was a long struggle and a long grind, but I'm here now.
Man, it's a blessing. So sometimes, I always say, bro, God used death to talk to the living, man. And funny story, when I was on the block talking to my homeboy, similar to your situation. Now, he was heavy in the streets, my partner. And he was telling me, man, you need to leave out of here, man. You need to go and get out of Chicago. I'm like, well, shit, niggas, you the one that need to be leaving. Shit, nigga. Like this, like your ass niggas. Like, nigga, should you be leaving? Like, Mac, you can do something else, man. You got a lot more promise, man. You can go do something else. I'm like, yeah, I hear you. He said, you should go to the military or something, nigga. Get about the block. Man, and the next day he died. And Tone, that was to me, that last message, like that was my sign, because I was really headed to immerse myself heavy in them streets, man. And you know, Chicago, just like the west side of Atlanta, once you jump off the porch, ain't no jumping back on like that, man.
Mhm.
Once you get in the game, oh, yeah, EA Sports, you in the game. And so I take it that God uses death sometimes to talk to the living, homie. So kudos to you for taking that as a sign. Condolences to to your partner, man. But you took it as a sign and you started to move on and move forward. Now let's talk about this transition out the game. It ain't as easy as it sounds. What was, Tone, some of the hardest things you had to do to say, I'm gonna put this, because I can't be 1 foot in and 1 foot out. I not forever. What was the hardest transition, man, to leave all that shit alone?
The hardest transition was the amount of money that I was making to try to have an honest living.
I know that, right? Hey, Tony, it's simple, Mac. The damn money, man.
Man, I started goddamn trying to get jobs and doing this and sticking around. I'm like, man, this shit ain't nothing.
When Tony, you got that pay stuff, so this ain't gonna work for me.
Man, but I focused on the bigger picture at hand. So I stuck it out because I just wanted to. I started telling myself, I'm like, I don't think God gonna bless me if I'm intentionally and purposely doing wrong.
Come on now. Come on. That's it, Tom. That's it, Tom.
I gotta start trying to attempt to do right to see and get better for me and my family. So that's what made me stick it out and just go through them rough patches and hard times and just put more of my faith and trust in the Lord that I can just get through it. And that's what made me just go on and thug it out, man.
But see, Tony, that's the thing, though. You admitted, man. You said faith. You said, but pretty much, ain't no right way to do the goddamn wrong thing, man. Ain't no right way to do the wrong thing. Niggas been trying this at the beginning of the time, Tone. Hey, Tone, we ain't figured. Ain't no way. We've been trying to do the right thing, goddamn, the wrong way, the right way, the wrong thing, the right way forever. But niggas still can't get it right. But the fact that you said, hey, you turned to the Lord, you depended on your spirituality, and he made a way. Now, man, we got to talk about this, man, this acting now. Man, how in the hell this come about with Tone? Was you a rapper somewhere, man? And you just said, fuck it, let me go. I mean, how did you become an actor? Was that a passion ever? Was it a thought? How did it happen, my nigga?
It's funny that you say that because I actually was a rapper, and me and Sambo, no bullshit, man. And niggas are vouch and tell you. Okay. But them two niggas were cold on that mic. And in the night Sambo got killed, he was locked in with Eric Sermon. Eric Sermon had just sent him to the radio station to holler at Greg Street because he said Greg Street owed him a favor. Wow. Now, it's a song on YouTube that Sambo made the cut on Eric Sermon mixtape, The Breath of Fresh Air. And Sambo was a red nigga with green eyes. And he had a bar in that bitch and said, I'm the new green-eyed bandit. And he fell in love with it, and that shit made the cut. So I come from a background of music, and we was rapping. Okay. So me and Rob, we've been knowing each other since kindergarten. And Rob was always into like theater and stuff like that. And I never put no thought into acting or nothing. Okay. But one he came to me some years ago. They had to be like 2018. Like, man, I wrote a script and I wrote a role just for you. I need you to do it. I'm like, what? I'm like, nigga, what? I'm like,
what you talking about? Role to do what, nigga?
I ain't never acted a day in my damn life. He like, bro, just try it.
All right.
Man, he said, just try it. And when I've always been a person to study shit, do things, and make sure I'm doing it the right way. So I'm looking up things. I'm looking at. I'm like, all right, how you want this character to be? He tell me how it be. I start looking up movies that kind of got characters related to that. I'm studying that. So by the time I go in on set and do it, they like, damn, boy, nigga, you got it.
You got it.
Like, you a natural. Like, do what you're doing. Yeah. And I started growing a passion from that. And I told him, and I said, man, look, this is exactly what I told her. I said, bro, you've been knowing me. I don't want you to give me shit. Everything I do from this point, nigga, I want to earn. I want to get this shit out the mud with you. I'm going to thug it out with you. And we going to goddamn make this shit happen. And ever since then, that's what we've been doing.
Wow. So Rob just wrote a goddamn script and said, hey, I need you to goddamn play the part. I said, nigga, I don't know nothing. I acted. Well, goddamn figure it out. Play the goddamn part, nigga. Let's go.
That's exactly how it happened, man.
Man, it's amazing how, again, man, God will put people in your life. And this man been in your life your whole time and never knowing that this was going to end up taking you on a whole nother trajectory later in life. And when you see you as somebody watching you, you wouldn't know that. Like, you would have thought your ass had went to acting school and groomed for that, man. But just like I told Rob, when he was doing all those different things that he went through, it prepared him to be able to write that script. And with you, Tony, all the different people you met hustling in the streets, personalities, knowing how to get along, this person, all that plays into your acting, dog. Because you constantly morphing into different persons and people and characters, man. And it all comes out, my nigga, on that goddamn screen real good, homies. Much salute to you, man.
Man, appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. I definitely, I aim to try to do the best and be the best I can be with. I do it when I get on that screen, man.
Hey, boy, you doing like I said, nigga? Goddamn sex. Them Tubi sex scenes make me mad. And I said, now listen here. I told Robert, I said, look here now. I'm enough of this shit now. I said, Slime Race 2, I'm gonna be somebody, brother. And goddamn, I'm gonna get me one of them Tubi sexy. I'm tired of Tony having all the goddamn fun with these goddamn women in Tubi land. Shit.
We got something cooking up.
Okay.
Just for you.
Yeah. I'm ready. Yeah. Now, Tony, let me ask you this, man. Now, Slime Race, when you tell me, man, what let's walk through that movie right there, bro. Because that's when I first connected with you and really became a fan of your artistry, man, as an actor. What was it about Slime Race that you enjoyed the most, man, about playing that particular role?
It was just, honestly, just doing it, man. Okay. Just doing it, just being there. I enjoyed everything from being on the set, the long hours, perfecting the craft, showing my vision as far as when it comes to directing.
Come on.
Helping produce, just putting the whole thing together. Just the whole process. I enjoyed the whole process. And so just to see the outcome on the screen, I just felt real good about it. And it just made me get more in tune and in depth. So I told him, I said, man, I want to know. I said, the next one we do, man, that's switch it up on me. I want to play a completely different role. That's how we end up more enemies. Ooh. I'm playing the chief of police on there.
Hey, boy. And I mean, you played that shit. Y'all boy did. Y'all, I don't want to get too much of it away, but boy, y'all boy got busy in that thing. Y'all boys. And I told Rob this privately, and I'm gonna say it publicly, man, for the world here. Y'all two on that screen is magical, man. Y'all got a great symbiotic partnership and flow and chemistry, bro. That when you see y'all, especially in that goddamn More Enemies, man, y'all boys put on a show in that, bro. So I can't wait for people to get a piece of that goddamn movie right there, boy. That one right there, that's the one right there, Tom. That's that one right there, dog.
I appreciate it. I think the same thing too. I think that's the one that's gonna really get us where we need to be right there.
Tone, the cinematography's man, A1, the acting was good. Everybody, man, and it's such an important story, Tone. It's so important, man, as far as human trafficking and things of that nature, and how sophisticated that ecosystem is, man. And for y'all to at least bring awareness to it in a educational, formative, cinematic way, man. Kudos to y'all, man. Kudos to y'all, boy. Seriously, bro.
Appreciate it. I appreciate it. And that was the whole goal, is to bring awareness to it, but entertain the people at the same time.
Y'all did that, boy. Y'all did that, boy. That goddamn, y'all boy acted fool in Slocumville. Goddamn, boy. Hey, boy, y'all boys showed out in that motherfucker there, boy. God damn it. So let me ask you this though, man. Now, as far as you like to act, Do you like it? Do you see yourself, man? And I know are you planning on making your own movie, spinning, or continue to work with Rob? To kind of tell me what's your vision long term, homie.
Man, we locked in for life, man.
That's it.
That my motherfucking brother, man. That my dog. You know what I mean? Like, and I told him, like, man, I'm gonna be here every step of the way. We just gonna make this shit colossal, big as what we can be. I say it's always strength in numbers.
Yes, sir.
We always, as long as we stay loyal to each other and stay true to each other, man, we gonna be good.
Yeah.
I don't need to step on his toes, try to outshine him.
Come on.
Bigger. I'm like, man, I want both of us to do our thing. And that's my mindset. So I just want us to lock in, bring everything to light and to fruition, and just take over.
Man, it's enough out here for everybody. And that's the thing about it. You saying, C-Tone, that's the thing, is huge. You like, listen, bro, you can get what you want out this, I can get what I want out this, but we can get it together.
Exactly.
That's the beauty of it. Now, it's fair to say, Tone, that acting and this is, man, you found your niche, man. But what would you say, Tone, to that youngster, man, that's gonna see this chat that's in them streets, man, and that's gonna be like, damn, if Tone can get out and he can make a way, man, what's gonna be your encouraging word? What's your one thing, Tone, to say to that young Tonio? Hey, come on up out of there, man. I know it look promising and alluring. What's that piece of advice you got for that youth, man, or that kid that's thinking about jumping in the streets?
Hey, man, that end game ain't glorious. It ain't gonna never end the way you want it to end, as long as you stay in it. It'll never end the way you want it to end. Attach yourself to a good male role model that's positive and that's doing things itself, and they can show you a better way. Because I wish I had that. And I feel like if I had that, I would have made a lot of the mistakes I made. True indeed, it made me the person who I am today. But that I wish I could get back. And I can't get that back. And those losses have been detrimental to my whole life journey. This shit still bothers me to this day. I just learned to live with it. I always say the most overrated saying is time heals our wounds, because they don't.
Go ahead, Tom. Go ahead.
You just got to learn to live with them heartbreaks and learn to manage. And if you want to avoid that, man, don't even jump in them streets. Or if you already in it, man, get out as soon as you can. It ain't no loyalty in it. It ain't no honor amongst thieves.
Come on, Tom. Come on. Wow, that's powerful, brother. What you said, Tom, the most overrated and empty slogan is time heals all wounds, because all wounds it don't heal, do it, Tom?
Never.
Let me ask you this, Tonio. Had Pops had lived, do you think your life would be different, bro?
I think so. But I think it took for that to happen to him for me to get to where I am now. Because I can say he was my crutch so much, and I depended on him so much, because what he brought and who he was, I probably wouldn't have had the same drive, the same ambition, wouldn't have the same go-getter mentality and the same hustler mentality, because him being there probably could have handicapped me. So that's what I've told myself over the years, that may have had to happen for my light to shine.
Wow. So Mama seeing you now, man. Tell me, how does that make Mama feel, man, to see a baby on these damn Tubi movies? She could goddamn go watch my boy. I mean, tell me how that feels, man, to for Mom to see where you started and where it's at now, man. Because I don't know no words can describe what mothers mean to us, man. But you can give it a try, Tom.
Yeah, man. My mama, she just always been that mom, like, you can do anything. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. Just put your mind to it. So when she see me doing this, she just always give me words of encouragement. And my mama has always been the praying mama.
That's it.
All the time. I pray for you all the time. I pray for you every night growing up. And I feel like those mama's prayers is what got me to where I'm at here, where I came out somewhat unscathed.
Come on.
That wasn't too detrimental to me.
Come on, Tom. Come on.
And I feel like that's what helped me get here. So yeah, she always tell me how proud she of me or the man I became and everything that I do for her. She appreciated it, and she always been that backbone for me.
Man. Tom, how are you able to remain humble, man? I mean, you can tell that and both you and Robert carry a certain level of humility. Y'all both you gentlemen, man, have goddamn, sit on the porch and drink a glass of sweet tea and talk to both of y'all. And you could just tell that Southern, that those deep-rooted values and traditions, no matter what you accomplish, you could tell, man, you still got your feet on the ground. No matter how high your head getting them clouds, your feet on the ground. What keeps Antonio humble, man? What is it, bro?
Because I know how it is to live like that in them substandard conditions. And I'm like, as soon as you take that shit for granted, come on, hey man, God will take it from you and give you that wake-up call again. And I don't never want to find myself in that position ever again. I don't never want to do it. So my main thing is to always try to give game as much as I can, help out as much as I can, and I don't feel like I'm better than nobody.
Come on, Tom.
Because I knew at some point, to be real shit, I was a nobody. I had to build myself up to this. So I don't look at myself being better as the next man or nothing. I'm like, man, we can all do this together. It's all room for us to eat. And that be my main thing. That's how I remain humble. And I tell myself, I've met people that's not humble. And I know that feeling. And I'm like, man, I don't never want to be like that. Yeah. I don't never want to be like that. So that's what keep me grounded and level-headed.
That's beautiful, bro. So, I mean, now I gotta transition a little bit, man. Let's talk about a little bit of Atlanta culture, man. I mean, you Atlanta, man. You goddamn, you ain't Buckhead Atlanta. I mean, you ain't you Atlanta. Grady baby Atlanta, man.
Okay.
So you've seen your city, man, evolve until, man, it being considered Black Hollywood, Black Mecca. The thing I love about true Atlanta people when y'all meet them, y'all some of the most loving, warmest. I ain't never seen a bunch of folks so open. Like, it don't matter how many goddamn people move here, y'all still just ain't never tripped on that. You couldn't be in Chicago. We get 4 new niggas on the block. We goddamn ready to get you motherfuckers out of here, man. We can't handle it. We don't do well to newcomers, man.
Yeah.
But Atlanta people are some of the most genuine, nicest people, man, I've ever met. To see your city grow from what it was when you was a youngster to what it is now, man, how much pride is in that when you see Atlanta shining the way it is, man?
Man, I take a lot of pride in it because I feel like it's a lot more opportunity down here for us.
Come on, man.
It's a lot more opportunity for people who look like us. Ooh. That's the main thing.
Come on with it, Tonio.
The only thing I got an issue with is...
What's that, bro?
I feel like Atlanta I don't mind, like I said, I'm home. I don't mind helping newcomers. I feel like we all can get along and, we be on one accord, we can get it. But I think Atlanta, people that's from here, they're more welcoming to out-of-towners than the homegrown people.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, man, we can look out for one another, have it structured hierarchy or whatever, and still help out people.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, when it come down to like the music business, a lot of these artists had to go build a fan base elsewhere and then come back to Atlanta.
I didn't know that, Tom.
Yeah, they had to go build a fan base in like South Carolina, Augusta, Alabama, and now they hot around here. Now Atlanta jumping on the wave. They're like, man, you could have just helped your brother out from the beginning. So, but it's like bittersweet with the gentrification because you want to see better neighborhoods and all this, but that old stuff and those old memories I have of, man, we all used to be like one big family. Man, I can leave out my door and go knock on the phone net. Hey, man, let me borrow some sugar.
Yeah. It was a family pack.
You go knock on somebody's door now, you can be damn near dying. They won't even want to open up the door for you.
Yeah, hey man, I ain't got no goddamn brown sugar today, nigga. Get your ass out of here, nigga. Shit.
So it's bittersweet, but I do like the successes that comes from it though, and I feel like it's a lot more opportunity as long as we apply ourselves the right way and go hard. We can go get it,
man. And one thing I do appreciate about Atlanta, man, it don't matter. I've seen folks from New York and the East Coast and all the other folks try to come down here. You ain't going to rent. You listen, Atlanta, the South gonna stay. It's gonna stay Atlanta. Yeah. Hey, you could whatever culture your ass left, that shit gonna stay up there. You gonna goddamn. Hey, CeeLo said you're welcome to come. You welcome to stay, but any disrespect, you gonna fly away, boy.
Yeah.
Goody Mo B told us that long time ago.
Yeah.
And I love that about Atlanta. It's still Southern. I don't give a damn where you're from. You still gonna abide by Atlanta rules.
Exactly.
Tonyo, what's your favorite strip club, man, in this motherfucker? Now, goddamn, boy, I don't know how y'all see. Let me tell you something. I'm sorry. This city here, ain't no way I couldn't imagine y'all boy being a youngster, man, and get going in there and that damn magic and pinups and strokers and hey, man.
Hey, you said what my favorite one? Shit, all of them. Hey, you go catch a vibe to either one you go to. Every time. And you
how Tone have y'all kept that vibe? I've been here 9 years and that shit ain't changed. You've been here your whole life, Tone. What is it with Atlanta, the strip club, the vibe? I don't know where the hell y'all recruit these goddamn y'all growing these fine ass women. I don't know where they come from.
It's definitely them women, boy. Got some of the baddest women down here.
And I've been women God blew breath in being them strip clubs, man.
Man, and I've been to strip clubs in different cities. I'm like, boy, it ain't nothing like Atlanta.
And I'm like Atlanta. Atlanta will spoil a man.
Yes.
It spoil you. So, Tony, you said all of them, dog.
Yeah, all of them.
Well, let me ask you this. Which one got the best goddamn food to you then, Tony? Shit, we're gonna have to go out. We're gonna get picky then. We can't even go goddamn.
You gonna go to Magic. You gonna go to Cheetah.
Yeah, that Cheetah. You gonna go to that Cheetah now?
Yeah,
go to that Cheetah. Get that
so
Cheetah.
they're gonna have some of the good food there. And
Yeah.
And then Blue Flame got some good food too. And you're gonna see some of the baddest waitresses and dancers in the Blue Flame.
Boy, them some thoroughbreds in that flame, been in that flame, Tony.
Man, I'm telling you, I try to stay away from these strip clubs. These girls, I'm like, man, I ain't trying to give y'all all my money off it.
No, and that's the thing about it, you go in there, man. And I remember I had partners that come out of town. I said, look here, dog. When you come, this ain't normal. You can't. You gonna go in here, goddamn, whatever. I said, how much money you bring? Oh, I got this. I'm gonna go. I ain't gonna spend no more than $400. I said, okay, $400, nigga. Hey, Tone. About 2 hours in, he took his punk ass to the ATM machine 3 more times. I said, I thought you was spending $400, nigga. Man, I done caught a vibe. I said, yeah. I said, yeah. You said, yeah. Go ahead, Tone.
And he down, so they got some game for your ass too. If you ain't from Atlanta and you to it.
Boy, hey, Tone, they skin them dry. They skin them dry. If you ever want to watch a game, and I know you already know this, Tone, I tell them, watch them girls in them strip clubs. You talk about some smooth operators, man. I like to just sit back and Tone, smoke a cigar, and watch them girls go to work on them.
Hey, let me ask you this: how much your partner end up spending?
Oh, he spent $1,500 with a dumbass. So I said, "Little dog, $1,500. Now you better go. Yeah, we could have gone. We could have cut to the chase. And I could have made an arrangement for you, dog, or something like that. You gonna spend $1,500, this motherfucker, dog. Yeah, we could have found Hey, Tone, we could have found a happy ending for my man. I said, this ain't. You ain't getting nothing from this situation.
Man, I'm telling you, they'll do it to you. You ain't from here and you ain't experienced this shit.
They skin you, boy.
Exactly. That one like it done happened to me a few times. I'm from here. I'm like, hey man, hey, look here.
So I have to stay away. Man, Club Diamonds on Friday. I said, no, you ain't giving me this motherfucker no more. Man, and that allure, they gonna have the nerve to make her. They gonna have exotic women in the lure. I said, oh, no, you're not. No,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
not. You're not gonna give me this shit.
They stepping it up even more with these strip clubs. I'm like, man, look, I like I said, I just stay away because you walk in there, you getting got, you getting captured.
Oh, you don't get got. And Tone don't have a little face recognition where they might. Oh, it's goddamn, you swallowed up, boy.
Every time.
You swallowed up. Tone, we're coming up on time, and I really appreciate you being gracious with your time, homie. Let me ask you about music, man. Now, I ain't Robert. He got on here. He said, Mac, don't make me ask. Don't do me top 5 Atlanta, Mac, because they gonna get mad at me. I ain't gonna do you either, Tone, because these folks. He said, Mac, I'm Atlanta. You can't do that to me, Mac. Tone, give me your top 5 of all time, any place, man. We East Coast, West Coast, however you want to do it, man. Because I don't want nobody from the A to get mad at you.
My number one is Pop.
Yes, sir.
That's my number one.
Yes, sir.
I tell people today, they had an argument of the greatest of all time. I said, man, look, Tupac been dead longer than he was alive, and we still talking about him every day. The man died when he was 25 and been dead 27 years. Well, going on 28 years. And they still using his name as clickbait. Folk doing interviews,
yeah,
all type of podcasts.
Yes, sir.
Everything.
Yes, sir.
And I feel like his lyrics still is relevant to this day.
Come on, Tone, talk to me.
And it's gonna capture you. The stuff he talked about in the kick, you gonna feel that. You gonna feel that. So that's my number one.
All right, we got Park 1. Who number 2? We got 4 slots now, Tone. 4 more.
Number 2.
Number 2.
My favorite, my top. I gotta go with that boy Weezy.
I can't knock you for Weezy, man.
That boy Wayne. Cause I feel like his stretch, he had a moment in time where he really had the game on the choke hold. Like you couldn't even get it out of his hands. And nobody, and bar for bar, niggas weren't fucking with Lil Wayne. And he don't get enough credit of being the child prodigy that he was. Wayne was arguably the hardest hot boy at 15.
Yeah, he was.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was.
And I don't think he get enough credit this day. And a lot of these young dudes don't even know how great Wayne was. So I say that number 3 is a group. I gotta go with Outkast.
Man, come on, man.
Outkast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I feel like Outkast really opened the door for Atlanta and for the South.
Tone, let me just jump in right there. That was the group that made me and every nigga in Chicago on 79th Street, goddamn, say, I want to come to Atlanta. It was them, man. Dre and Big Boy did such a great job in that album, Southern Playlist of Cadillac Funky Music, of painting y'all city, and it made you like, I got to go to Atlanta, man. Much love to Outkast. Go ahead.
Yeah, Outkast, they definitely did it. And I remember being young. We used to have these local TV stations on like UPN 69 and seeing them at Big Oomp Records doing interviews, shooting videos on Campbellton, shooting videos in Barn Home.
Wow.
And they really, I'm like, man, these folk really putting on for the city, letting these folk know our culture and our environment.
Yeah, they did that shit. Y'all slang everything, man. Everything.
So the next one.
Who we got? We up to 4 now. Who we got, Tom?
Man. This another group.
That's fine.
I'm gonna tell you, and they was real big to me and iconic. Bone Thugs and Harmony.
They don't get they just due, Tom. They don't get they just due.
They don't. They don't.
I'm still missing Uncle Charles, goddammit. I still miss my Uncle Charles. Hey, Tom, what the boy said for the love of money, man? I gotta get this money, man.
Man, man, like you said, I don't think they get enough credit to how cold they was. They was so unique with their flow and their style. half of the time we didn't even know what the hell they was saying, and we was still bumping that shit.
We ain't know nothing. Still to this day, I don't know what the fuck Wishbone Williams was saying. I don't
care. But I get that fourth one of them. Man, this fifth one go. And I know they probably say, man, you a Southern nigga. You goddamn going all Southern with this shit, and you getting biased.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's your region. You got every right to do that.
Man, I gotta go with Tip. I think Tip really changed. I think Outkast introduced the world to Atlanta and put us on the map, and Tip really changed that shit and really let these folks know the other side of Atlanta.
And that trap music, man, that hey boy, when that boy came out with the 24s, it was over with. It was over with.
Tip showed them, Outkast showed them the player side.
Yeah.
The getting money side.
Yeah.
Tip showed that street side, the hustling side, the grit and the grind and the gutter.
Yeah, he did.
He painted that picture of like the same shit y'all dealing with in New York, Chicago, St. Louis. Oh, that shit going on down here too.
We got the same shit y'all got right down here. You right about that, Tone. He did a great job of making sure Atlanta got his street respect in a way that, you know, hey, it might be a bigger population in Chicago, New York, but we just a gangster and we get busy down here just like y'all boys up there, man. All right, give me one more. Goddamn it, I need one more substitute. You got 5. Give me your 6 man. I feel you got a 6 man, Tone. I feel it's a 6 man you got for me.
Man, there's so many. Man, you know what? Goddamn. How the fuck? I ain't even gonna lie. This is what I'm gonna have to do. I can't believe I missed it because he my second favorite rapper of all time.
That's why I said it's a 6 man. I gotta get him.
I gotta put him. I gotta put him number 2.
Okay, so then we gonna bump. So then we bumping somebody.
I probably gotta put Bone 6.
Okay.
And just put this person 2 and let everybody drop a slot.
All right. What we got?
DMX.
The dog.
And I had a pleasure of actually meeting DMX. And that was real big too. I got a picture and everything.
How was that experience meeting the dog, man? Was it as genuine as he seemed?
Man, that nigga just like he is on the records on TV. Yo, what up, baby? Man, I had a homeboy I grew up with that was signed to Hudson game, and we was on the set of them shooting a video with Tip and Troy Ave.
Yeah.
And they said they ain't even know he was coming. He just pulled up to the video, said, man, that man kicked it with her about 3-4 hours just chopping game. Wow. And that shit was so big to me, man. And you know, down here in Atlanta, we don't usually be starstruck. We look at celebrity like, man,
nigga, we all celebrities, nigga, shit.
X pulled up on that set. Every nigga that was out there, damn, what up, big homie? What up, OG? What going on, man? We love that shit.
Yeah.
And I think X was another one that had that ability to grab you right here.
Yeah, he did. Damn. Okay, Tom. I'm glad you gave the X his credit because a lot of times he don't get in them top 5s, man. Much respect. Tone, we coming up on our time, man. I want to give you your cigars while you can smell them, man. Brother, I'm proud of your success. I love your story. Thank you for sharing that, man. I'm looking forward to being in goddamn one of these goddamn movies with you because you're not going to get all these goddamn slime race. You're not going to get all these goddamn sex scenes no more. I'm telling you, I told Robert I'm sharing it. Goddamn, y'all boy going to have to move now.
Yeah, but homie,
yeah, man. Again, man, the movie drops. Anything you want to say in these 60 seconds, man, you want to get any plugs, shout outs, anything? We got about 60 seconds left. Tom, go ahead.
Yeah, man, we got this More Enemies that's about to come out. I'm telling you, it's an eye popper, game changer, a thriller. You're going to be on the edge of your seat. You're going to enjoy every second of this movie. We got the premiere that's going to be on the 29th. We're going to give all the details. It's going to be free to the public. We're going to have a lot of important people in the building. You got to come suited and booted on your best fly shit. Go on and pop your shit. Once we drop these details, I want everybody to be there and experience this with me.
There it is, my dog. And if you see me in goddamn Tony, the goddamn strip club, man, your goddamn business.
Mind your motherfucking business.
We out. Cigar Jabs and Matt. Hit that like, subscribe button, baby. We out.
You know.